I'd like your input on how to fix a refrigerator that freezes everything.
The first thing I'd check is whether your kids have been messing with the thermostat.
I did check that, in both the fridge and the freezer.
If you said the freezer was freezing and the fridge was not, I'd assume the freezer vent to the fridge was blocked. However, it is rather rare for a freezer vent to put too much cold air in the fridge.
If the freezer was not cold, I'd think there was a compressor out or defrost freezer still on.
If the freezer is freezing everything, check the coils.
A refrigerant leak will cause ice to build up on the coils, not extra ice in the fridge.
It depends on where the leak is. A leak in the compressor or coil will chill the air around the leak as long as it is outside, but a leak into the fridge could cause it to get extra cold.
Until all the refrigerant leaks out.
Sometimes the fridge freezes the food because the control board gives the wrong instructions.
That gets expensive. A control board costs a third as much as a new fridge.
You can try rebooting the fridge by turning it off and back on, resetting the control board.
That does not always work with my PC, so I won't assume it will work on my fridge.
There's also the possibility that the relays controlling the fridge are damaged, so it just doesn't shut off.
I know the compressor or condenser are broken by the silence, when they just wouldn't run. I didn't know the opposite could happen.
It is not common. And you could have the compressor and evaporator run all the time to offset a refrigerant leak too.
I know you can't refill refrigerant if it leaks.
The EPA won't let anyone except licensed appliance repair people recharge the refrigerant, so you don't recharge it repeatedly instead of repairing the leaks.
I just need to repair whatever is making my fridge an extension of the freezer.
You could try replacing the starter relay or starter cap on the compressor, in case that's stuck on, though stuck off or shorted out is more common. Or get a new thermistor sensor.
At least rebooting the fridge lets me see if resetting it fixes a sensor glitch, before paying to replace parts.
Remember that a bunch of food jammed right beneath the freezer vent could freeze while blocking cold airflow to the rest of the fridge. Literally shake things up before you assume the most expensive outcome.